What's up guys, MMAGAME here, bringing you another video. This video is going to be going over some of the changes that EA has been making from the beta. I know a lot of you guys in my last video were saying that EA doesn't change anything from the beta and they just keep it's the way it's going to be and they're not going to do anything. Well, you guys are completely wrong, and I tried to tell you guys, but hey, here we go. Jeff Howard, the lead gameplay developer for the game, has been releasing multiple videos showing off some of the changes, and we're going to go over some of those. One of the big changes in the first video he released was regarding the stamina, especially when your stamina gets low in the later rounds. Your strike speed, your movement speed, everything starts to slow down. So that's a huge change. I cannot wait because my playstyle is, again, taking people into deep waters. So I'm gonna love that change, and I will leave the link to all these videos and put actually some of the gameplay behind this video so you can watch it. But if you want to hear Jeff talk and explain it all in greater detail, I will leave the link to those videos. It's all on his Twitter, so all you got to go to is his Twitter. I'll leave his link again in the description. Hit him up with a follow and check out those videos. He is also saying that more videos are dropping soon, but he just released one very recently that talks about some even more changes that they've done to the game from all the feedback and information that they've gathered from the beta. The first thing he talks about is the jab body kick combo. A lot of people, including myself, were pretty much aware of the fact that the jab body kick was pretty devastating and really strong, and there was really no counter to it. And the main problem with it is that you could not catch that freaking body kick. So every time you wouldn't even have to land the jab, you could just throw the jab and then whip that body kick in, and you could basically not catch it. And he says in the video there was actually a bug, and so what they did is they made it so you can catch it now. So even when you block the jab, you can just catch the body kick, and then, as you know, from that catch body kick, you can either go for a takedown or just punch him in the face, and sometimes you'll actually get a rock off that, so it's a pretty big counter to that. They've also slowed down the speed of it as well, so it's not as fast, so it's just not going to be as strong. They nerfed it, and they actually fixed the glitch where you can't catch it. So as far as I'm concerned, that is a perfect fix. I don't think there should be anything wrong with that combo. You can still use the combo, you just have to be more careful with it and pick your timing on when you're going to actually throw it. You can't just, that can't be your whole mode of offense, because I did experiments with that combo, and without a doubt it was way too strong. So I'm glad to see that they nerfed that down and fixed that combo. The next thing that he goes over in this video is talking about the Diaz 1-2 of death, and it's more like not just the 1-2, it's the 1-2 1-2 1-2 1-2, and I'm sure most of you guys experienced this from the beta. It was extremely fast, it looked unrealistic, it looked insane, and boy oh boy was it effective for sure. You could rock someone. The button presses were so easy too. It's just one button, so it's just like 1-2 1-2 1-2, and then you're rocked, and then you get body kicked, or then you get head kicked, or then the fight's over. So what they did to that is they slowed it down, and they also made it to where you can actually block it and slip it. So that's a counter to it. So if you block that first jab, you can actually slip and then land an uppercut or different types of counters from that. So it's no longer going to be so strong. They've nerfed it down, they slowed the speed of it, and they made it a counter to it. So I think they already had the counter, it was just kind of hard to do, so they made it a little bit better, but I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think of all these changes in the comments so far, and also leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. But we are not done. They've also addressed some of the swaying. Now, a lot of you guys, if you didn't play the beta as much, you might not have got a hang of how the sway counters worked, but I got to play some top players, and they had a way better understanding of the sways than me, and they were able to just piece me up. And what they would do is they would basically just constantly sway and come in, use all their attacks off sways. And I was just thinking like, okay, well, this is, I guess, how the game's gonna go. But that's not gonna be the case. So what they did was they made it so the sways are no longer gonna be what you use to initiate offense in the game. In the beta, people would be swaying back and forth, coming in on you, sway, 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 and then boom, coming coming in on you and initiating the strikes in their offense off that sway. Well, they changed that, and they made it so if you block one of the person's sway counters, you can actually punish them right after the block. So that's a pretty big counter. So all you have to do if someone's just swaying around looking to initiate the offense with this sway counters is just sit there and wait for them to throw and block, and you can punish them pretty bad. I mean, you get pretty much like a clean shot, it looks like from the video. So sways, they want to get rid of that. They want to make it so you have to initiate with just normal strikes, but swaying is still a really good option for when you want to counter. It's still very, very good on counters, which makes more sense because that's kind of how sways are used with counters. You can still go and try to initiate offense with those sways. It's just going to be more risky, and you're going to leave yourself open the possibility to get block countered with those sways. And last but not least, another change that has been made from the beta. They're making all kinds of changes, and they're probably not done yet because he did say in the video that there are more videos on the way. So the last one is about the submissions. I'm sure everyone, including myself, was kind of vocal, especially in my streams, about the submissions just being way too overpowered. And there were some guys on the beta that just cheesed it like crazy. Anyway, the submissions speeds of the gates have been increased, and the actual number of gates. So when they increase the number of gates, that's a huge change to the game. And he showed it on the Imanari roll. That's probably one of the cheesiest of the submissions that was in the beta. They increased the number of gates, and they also increased the speed of the gates when you're trying to escape. So it's no longer, it was just so easy to get submissions, and it was so difficult to escape the submissions. And they've pretty much, from what I can tell in this video, have address that and fix that completely. Now, I'm really happy about that. I will still be going for submissions. I went for submissions in most of the games, so I had a pretty good understanding of how to do them and how to get them, and I felt how they were in UFC 2 and I felt how they were in UFC 3, and I could tell without a shadow of a doubt that they were just way too easy to get. So I really didn't even go for submissions in the beta too much. I went for a few, just the new ones. I tried that bulldog choke, that was pretty cool, and some other ones. But yeah, it was definitely something that needed to be addressed, and they addressed it. So that is all of the changes, guys. Again, they addressed the stamina in the previous video. They addressed the jab body kick, the Diaz 1-2s, the sway spam, not really spam, but just coming in, swaying like crazy, initiating the offense, and then they finally addressed the submissions. So that's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Again, go over to Jeff's Twitter. I'll leave the link for that down below. Hit him up with a follow because he's releasing videos like a madman. And when you go over to Jeff's Twitter, make sure to tell him thank you for all these changes, and thank you. I want to say a big thank you to the whole development team at EA. You guys are doing an amazing job with the changes on this game. All the work you're getting done in such a short period of time, and letting the community know and getting all involved. So big thanks to EA. Cannot wait for the game to come out on February 2nd. Guys, it is getting closer and closer. But that's the video. Make sure to follow me on Twitch TV and Twitter. Till next time, this has been MMAGAME. Beta dropping soon. Now it's time to play. Hey, say goodbye to all of the cheeses. American, provolone, Swiss, mozzarella, cheddar. You're gonna have to learn a whole new game, fella. Oh man. Don't forget to hit the notification bell.